Hello, welcome to the channel. I'm Bradshaw, and today I'm going to tell you 10 things that I dislike about the new Harley Davidson Pan America. Ugh. Number one is going to be foot peg ergonomics. Where those pegs are positioned on that motorcycle absolutely sucks.
My feet are back. I almost have the same seating position on this as I do on my 392, where instead of the peg being directly below my knees, like my knees are at a 90 degree, like I feel they are on my other adventure bikes, the controls here are a little bit further back. You can see that it's almost like a rear, not a rear set, but the pegs are back further than I would have imagined that they would have been on an adventure style motorcycle. It's a comfortable position.
The second thing I dislike about that motorcycle was the windshield.
Wow, the pickup of this bike is wicked.
While it did have adjustability, it vibrated around a lot in any position that it was in, and I got a lot of windshield buffeting or head buffeting from that windshield. That's number two. Number three is going to be overall ground clearance. While I know they made the ground clearance low so it can have a really low seat height, I did find that when I did take it off-road, I did bottom that skid plate out, and it was literally just a super flat gravel road.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, as far as being able to off-road that thing with the setup it had, not possible. Next thing is vulnerability. That skid plate down there, well, the very first thing, right in the very front of the motor, this is a really bad example. That's the worst place to put an oil filter on an adventure bike. Anyway, on that Pan America, it was similar to that. On the very front of the motor right here, you have the regulator rectifier, and you also have the coolant reservoir for the radiator. If you smash the front of that bike onto anything, you're going to smash those two components, and then you're completely dead in the water. The next thing I really hate about the Harley Davidson would be the handlebar / riser setup. Stock bars and risers felt good when I was on the bike, but when I actually look closer at how they constructed that, there's absolutely no way you're going to put an aftermarket bar on that bike, and then the risers, their aftermarket risers are like this tall, and you might as well just put a big fat T-bar on the bike. Next thing I actually hate about the bike but love at the same time is going to be the headlight. I think it's the ugliest thing I've ever seen, next to, I don't know, maybe the KTM 890, 1290 Adventures. Sorry, KTM. Anyway, I dislike the Harley Davidson as well. And the last thing I hate about the Harley Davidson Pan America is the display itself. Well, I really like the round cluster they have in the center. It's really easy to read and very functional. All the little teeny tiny 8-point font all the way around the outside of that. You can't see it at all when you're riding. And even when you're stopped, you have to like really get in there and kind of look to see exactly what that thing is saying. Anyway, I think Harley actually hit it out of the park with that bike. It's their first run at adventure bike, and I think they did a really good job, so don't get me wrong. Well, I really like what they're doing, and that motor is phenomenal, guys. You have to ride one to appreciate it. Now, here behind me, I have a great slew of adventure motorcycles, and this is really what Harley Davidson wanted to get into. They wanted to be an adventure motorcycle company now. Now, starting over here, this is probably our most long-distance touring version of motorcycle out here, and this I think is what Harley Davidson was really going after. Moving on down next, we have the V-Strom. Now, if I had to classify as which one of these motorcycles closely fit that specific niche of what that Harley Davidson felt like, it would be this V-Strom right here. This thing is pretty close to what Harley Davidson actually came out of the box with. Moving this direction, we have the KTM 890 Adventure R. This is way more dirt-oriented than Harley Davidson. I don't even count these bikes in the same ballpark. And then we have the Africa Twin, CRF, the 1000L. But this bike here, again, these two bikes specifically are way more off-road oriented than the BMW. And these two are kind of in that same category. These here are the 10 things that I think that Harley Davidson should improve on the next round. I'm Bradshaw. Thank you guys for watching. Till next time, take care and ride safe out there. Hey guys, Bradshaw. Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about the 10 things I love about the new Harley Davidson Pan America. Things that I love that Harley Davidson did that these manufacturers back behind me did not do. So let's get into it.